Over the past couple of weeks, in our weekly Talmud class, focusing for this month on Passover, unsurprisingly, we've been looking not just at Talmud specifically, but at certain commentaries and reformulations of Talmud, specifically Maimonides, and how Maimonides brings philosophy and other ideas into the laws of Passover. And one of the fascinating things that he states in describing the purpose not just of the Passover festival, but of festivals in general, is he says, "Holy days are appointed for rejoicing and for such pleasant gathering as people generally need. They also promote the good feeling that people should have to each other in their social and political relations." Now, this is a somewhat interesting statement, because surely the purpose of a festival is to focus us as individuals and on our community on the ideals of the festival, the values of the festival, the story of the festival, the rituals of the festival, and indeed, of course, that is exactly what a festival is for. But Maimonides' statement points to a very significant reality. If that was all a festival was for, if it was all about the focusing on the ideas and the rituals, then we could probably do those on our own. We could engage in individual contemplation and spiritual seeking and engage in the rituals in our own time, in our own way. But in Maimonides' mind, the point of a festival is not just to do that on our own, but to bring us together. And why? Well, as he says, to make us better in our relations to each other. And in that respect, I wanted to share a commentary by Rabbi Lord Jonathan Sacks, who focuses, in essence, on this in his way of looking at the four children. He notes essentially that the four children, as he says, are a vignette of the Jewish people. For Sacks, the idea is that these four children are the different aspects of the Jewish community, different kinds of Jews interacting with each other. And particularly what's important here is that the rebellious, wicked Jew and the wise, observant Jew and the simple Jew and the Jew who doesn't even know how to ask might not ever regularly interact. They might not ever be together. They might not be part of what we might in high school have called the same cliques, the same social groups. And yet, around the table at the Passover Seder, they are all together, all committed to being part of the same community, even though they come at it from very different ways. And part of this, he notes, means that each of them learns from each other. In essence, the wicked child, the rebellious child, is there, perhaps reluctantly, but gets to hear what the wise child gets to say. Maybe the wise child hasn't thought of something that the difficult, probing questions of the wicked child brings to mind and helps him become wiser. Maybe the simple child and the child who does not even know to ask are inspired by these debates and inspired in their confidence to ask more questions, to understand better, to, in essence, ensure that all of these different parts of the Jewish community learn from each other, are better because of each other, and understand the importance, despite their differences, to be together at the same table, to be one people, sharing our one journey, our one story, and we hope our one great and wonderful future. Chag Sameach, Happy Pesach.